All right, so the anticipation of these estate pipes coming in is starting to kick in. I got delivery notice yesterday that one of the orders that I made had arrived at my door. So I'm waiting to get home and pick that up. I also got a notification that another one should be arriving today. So I'm gonna keep this video short today. Just trying to get my second post out there. I was promised y'all a post yesterday. Again, nothing showed up, so I was trying to figure out what to make. And being new to all this, I kind of still getting a feel for everything. I was hoping on making an unboxing video for y'all, but looks like that one might be next week. So today I'm going to go over what I've been doing while these pipes are in transit, some of the research I've gone through, and just what I've learned so far. So to kick that off, I'm going to show you here. Here's the delivery dates for the pipes that I have. So I got some coming in tomorrow, should be in Saturday. Another set being on the 13th. 13th through the 20th is showing. Another one on the 8th. Actually, I think this one right here is supposed to deliver today, if I remember right. I think that's the one that actually showed pinged up on my my text messages saying that it was going to be arriving today. So should have 3 pipes in by tomorrow, and then I'll do an unboxing video for the next go around. But we'll get into what I've been looking at. So I'm looking at trying to figure out how I'm going to clean these pipes up, how to take the cake out of the inside of the bowl. Doing some research. A couple good websites that I found so far is rebornpipes.com. They have a good section of archived information, some frequently asked questions, and then just his process for restoring pipes and refurbishing pipes. So I started looking at how we clean the carbon cake out and take care of the ghosting on some of these pipes. And found a couple interesting things. There's a process called retort. Looks like it's a kit. You can buy it off eBay. They're a small kit, but you're basically putting alcohol in a vial, heating it up, and then steaming the inside of the pipe almost, creating a liquid. And when you remove the heat from that tube or vial, it pulls a vacuum, and that carbon cake breaks down and all that stuff drains into the tube that you're catching it into. It's kind of a diagram here. You got your test tube, applying some heat to it. It's actually connected to the pipe, and then you block off the end over here with cotton balls. I've seen other people put like a stopper in it. You heat it up, it fills up the chamber here, and then when you remove the heat, it starts draining back. You can also tilt the pipe back a little bit, and the liquid will drain into the bottom of this. Kind of the setup they have here. As you can see, as it cleans itself, all that carbon cake is draining back into the bottom of the test tube, which I thought was a neat process. A little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So probably not going to start off with this technique. On the same website, that rebornpipes.com, I also found a method of cleaning the pipes with cotton balls and alcohol, where you pack the bowl with the cotton balls, and then you pour 99% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, onto those cotton balls, not oversaturating them, just pour it in there a little bit. The alcohol sits in there with that cotton ball, and it absorbs the tars and the chemicals and the stuff, the oils in the pipe, and the cotton balls actually absorb that with the alcohol, which then ends up, you take the cotton balls out and you're able to easily break down whatever carbon cake's left in there with a reamer, or scrape it out with your scraper. But just eyedrop method, again, it looks very simple. I also saw people on YouTube using salt instead of cotton balls. Some people say that the salt leaves a residual salty taste in the pipe, so I don't know the truth of that. It just looked like it was more of a mess to clean up with all the individual salt grains. Now it is coarse salt, not table salt, that they were using, but it just looked like it was easier with the cotton ball to pull the cotton balls back out of the pipe afterwards, instead of having to pick out and blow out the granules of salt that's packed down in the pipe that have water in it, or not water, the alcohol still sitting in it. So the cotton balls, they do say do leave a little more moisture in the pipe when you're done, opposed to the salt. But this seems like an easy method. It's a budget-friendly method. I mean, I have cotton balls in the house already. I have isopropyl alcohol in the house already, so I don't really have to worry about going out and buying any fancy equipment just to clean this. Salt method, I mean, again, the same thing. I have salt at the house, I can use that, but this just seems like an easier and a quicker way to clean it up afterwards. The next video, when we do the unboxing, I might set this up and add in one of the pipes, trying to clean out the carbon cake with the cotton balls and another pipe with the salt to see if there's any difference that I can tell and if one is more effective than the other. Another thing that I talked about in my last video was on one of the pipes it looked like there was varnish. Let me go back and find that pipe. But I thought there might be varnish on the bottom of one of the pipes. Like this one here, I had thought this might be varnish. Did some research on the internet, on Google, and just on random forums, and I don't believe it's varnish anymore. I believe it's shellac, which is a similar method of coating a wooden surface, which again is easily removed with sandpaper. You can actually soak this again in isopropyl alcohol as well, and it'll start pulling some of that shellac off the pipe, which would make it easier to clean up with the sandpaper. This pipe did arrive yesterday. When I get home, I'll unbox this, do the unboxing video. We can take a look at this, but I don't believe it's varnish on here anymore. I believe it's shellac. I always thought it retained moisture when I used it, so I don't know how effective that is on a pipe, but they've been using it for years, so I'm assuming it's nothing new to anybody else who's been doing this, but it was interesting to me that they chose that method to do this. I'll be easily able to clean this up, and hopefully this one will turn out nice. And I'm not going to put any shellac on it. I'll probably buff it up with some carnauba wax and re-dye it, depending on how much sanding I do to it and what I do to the actual finish that's on there currently. Another source where I've been finding information on that is pipes.com. They have a good forum section. All kinds of posts on here from what I can read are very informative, and that's kind of where I did some research on this. I also dug into some other people's comments about how they finish pipes, what type of finish they used. I've also been doing some research on YouTube, just watching YouTube videos on restorations of pipe. If you guys haven't seen the videos that the Southland Piper puts out, he's put out a ton of videos on pipe restoration, very detailed information. That's actually where I found the information about the pipe retort, was through his site. Guys, check out his channel. He's putting out content. Looked like he took a break for a little bit, but he's had a few new videos put on, so it's good to see him back on YouTube spreading the information that he knows, as I'm trying to soak up as much as I can from him. Been looking at some tooling as well. I got a buffer I've ordered. I have a bench grinder in the garage. I might use the buffing wheels that I have, but I did order a bench grinder, and I'll show you that when I do a video on the tools that I'm going to be using. Most of the tools that I already have a lot of tools that I think I'm going to be using on it. There's some reamers and things like that I'll be purchasing in the future that are specifically for pipes, but general woodworking tools, I've got a Dremel I'll probably be using to do some grinding, some buffing, some sanding with. I have a bench grinder that I might convert over to a polishing station. I just don't know how fast. I think it goes too fast for the polishing compound or the carnauba wax. I don't want to burn the wax or to burn the pipe while I'm using that. I prefer something that's got a little bit more speed control, so I'm looking at a buffer that's got a variable speed on it that we can slow it down to a manageable RPM so we don't burn holes and things. And then just general sandpaper, things like that, I'll be buying off Amazon. I will be making an order off of Vermont Freehand. They tend to specialize in pen turning tools and pipe making tools. So they do have some reamers I'll be buying from them more than likely. You can also get them off Amazon. I'm gonna prefer to spend my money at smaller stores. I don't necessarily like supporting the big box stores, so if I can support another entrepreneur or another small business, that's probably where I'm gonna go. But they have a universal pipe reamer, pipe reamer, I guess senior pipe reamer is what it's called. Sandpaper, buffing wheels, slot tools. I'll probably be making some purchases from them, and I'll probably get some things off of Amazon. But Vermont Tooling or Vermont Freehand seems to have a decent amount of tools that seem to be useful for the pipe restoration. They also sell epoxies and glues, waxes, finishing stuff, books, and just pipes as well. They have a good selection of both corncob pipes and some briar wood, so you can make your own pipes. They have pipe kits. So just a neat site that I found along the way. Pass it along to y'all. I'm going to look into purchasing a couple books. Kind of want to see how to identify pipes better, what markings they are, identify the year stuff is made, if I can find something on that. I did find a website. I thought I saved it in my favorites, but I didn't, so I'm going to have to go back and refine that. But it had pictures of markings, kind of gave dates and years. So I'll go find that and post that in the next video that I put out, just to spread that information as well. It was a very detailed site. You could look at by symbol, or you could look at by manufacturer, and then try to identify the symbols that are on the pipes. And it also gave you kind of general ballpark years of when the pipes were made, where they were made at, what countries they might have been made in. So once I find that site again, I'll post it back up on my next video and share that information with you all, or I'll put it in the comments on here as well. For my next video I'm going to do, I'm going to get the pipes that come in tomorrow, the pipe that come in today, and the ones that came in yesterday. I'm going to do an unboxing of those, show you what I actually bought. We'll be firsthand look at it with myself, see what type of condition they actually are compared to the what was on Etsy or eBay when I first bought them. Kind of get a closer look at them, see what all they're going to need. I may or may not set up a small station to start cleaning out some of the pipes. Probably going to wait for the reamer to get in before I get too far into this. But I may set up that video that I was talking about putting the cotton balls versus the salt to clean out and sweeten the pipes, and to remove that ghosting effect and break down that carbon buildup. But I think that'd be interesting to see what the differences in the two, if there are any differences between using salt or the cotton balls. It'd be a nice test to do it side by side for the same amount of time, and see what the results are. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that's something you want to see. If it is, I'll put that together while I got the pipes out side by side. Until then, we'll see you next time. Again, I'll probably be posting post a video on Monday with the unboxing over the weekend. And I'll see you next time.